Hello everybody. Today I am doing a video for my technical writing class. The assignment was to make a video of some technical instructions, whether it be putting something together or cooking or anything like that. I've had a lot of people ask me over the years, how do I make my ribs? I make a dry rub for my ribs, and today I'm going to show you guys how I do it. I've written down a few steps here that I will attach to my video so everybody can see all the ingredients that I'm using, and then we'll go over those ingredients right now. So what I've done is I've already preheated my oven and I've got my grill going. I've got my grill on high heat. I want the racks to be really, really hot when I put the meat on. To make my dry rub, I've already washed my meat off. I've got a slab of baby back ribs, and I always use my main ingredients that I use are going to be garlic powder, black pepper, and onion powder. And I've just got those here. And then I always try to use like a brisket rub as well. Those are the main things that I always use. And then I'll switch it up with some other things. One of the things that I would say, I don't keep this a lot. There is no Trader Joe's close to me, but the Trader Joe's, it's coffee and garlic rub is what it is. And it's really awesome if you're gonna ever try to blacken anything, whether you blacken chicken or you're gonna try to put a blackening coat on your ribs, which is what we're gonna do today. This is the best stuff. I'm out of it today, but I always try to use this. And then what we're gonna use today in place of that is I'm just gonna use a Famous Dave's rib rub along with my brisket rub. And I wanna say, just to let everybody know, when you use these, you have to be really careful. A lot of rubs that you buy pre-made like this are very salty. So I never add salt because these already have enough in it. So I've never really measured out my ingredients before, so we're gonna kind of do that today. I always just take a bowl about like this size, and I do about an equal amount of the onion powder, garlic, and pepper. We're gonna actually just throw this in here and measure that. I mean, not even a third of a cup, not even close to a third of a cup. So you can kind of see about on here about how much I'm using. So that's gonna be my garlic powder. I'm gonna use really about the same amount of onion powder. So just not even, really it just fills the bottom of the measuring cup. So I've got that, and I'm going to use the same amount of regular, just black pepper. So I'm gonna add that to my mixture. Now I'm going to use this, and I'm gonna say on this, I'm a little bit more careful how much I use. I probably wouldn't be as much as the garlic powder, onion powder, and black pepper. So I'm gonna add that, and I'm gonna do about the same thing with the brisket rub, and the reason I do that is just because of the salt. If you use too many of these rubs like this, you're just gonna it's gonna taste like you're eating a salt block whenever you eat your ribs. However, if you are using this, the Trader Joe's coffee and garlic, there's not a lot of salt in this. That's why I wished I had it. I don't have a Trader Joe's near me. Those of you who know me, this is a great Christmas gift. So along with my mixture here, my family doesn't really like a lot of heat in their food. They're kind of real sensitive, but I always like to add a little crushed pepper. And I mean, just a very little bit for my family. Obviously, you add more to taste. If you guys like it hot, then add more. It will give you a nice flavor. But the thing about crushed red pepper is, you need to remember is that when you're cooking it and you're cooking at a high temperature, that stuff often tends to get hotter the longer you cook it, the longer it's on heat. So I've just mixed everything up here. And then I'm just gonna take this rub, sprinkle it over my ribs, and just rub it in really good to the meat. And I'm very generous with this. A lot of it comes off. but this will give your ribs, this will give them that crisp coat. It'll be like a thick black coat that we want on our ribs. We're not gonna blacken them all the way, but we want to put them on the grill on that high heat so that we just get a crisp outer edge to the ribs. And just keep rubbing this in. I mean, you can see here I am running out of rub, but I'm coating my ribs generously with it on the sides, the ends. I'm going to turn it back over, sprinkle again, and there we go. Okay, so we've got our ribs ready to go on the grill, and we're going to head out to the grill now and get them on. 3. Okay, so we're out at the grill. I've got the grill at between 450 and 500 right now. So I've got all my burners on high. I've gotten the grill really hot, and now we're gonna put the ribs on. When I put the ribs on, because I really don't want them to catch on fire, but I do want them to sit here on the lower rack, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it down to a medium-high heat on all 4 burners. And I'm gonna watch these closely because they will catch on fire if you don't. And we're going to let them set here until they're blackened on both sides. Okay, so we're going to let these get started, and we'll be right back. Hey guys, so we're back now. I just pulled the ribs off the grill. I let these cook really right over the fire for about 15 minutes on each side, and you can see here, this is what we've got. We've got I mean, they've got a nice crisp coat on them now, and they're like this on both sides. So what we're going to do now is now we're going to take these, and I've got 3 layers of tin foil here. Each sheet is the same. You can see I've got multiple layers. I always use multiple layers of tin foil like this, just because when you put it in the oven and you're going to cook it now, I preheated my oven to 375. I'm going to cook these for 45 minutes. I will not cook them any longer than 45 minutes or they will dry out. Even in 3 layers of tin foil, they tend to get a little dry because they've spent a good 30 minutes on the grill, okay? But what I do now is when you wrap them in tin foil, you put them in the oven for 375 for 45 minutes. It holds all the juices in, and the meat is literally just gonna fall off the bone. So I'm gonna wrap these up really tight. Get them real tight here. Okay, and I'm going to place them on my baking sheet, and I'm gonna pop them in the oven, guys. And whenever I talk to you again, we're gonna be eating some ribs. So talk to you soon. Okay, our ribs have been cooking for 45 minutes and they're done now. This is the end result. So guys, this is what your ribs are gonna look like. I'll let you zoom in here. They're nice. They're charred on the outside, but there's still a lot of juice in these. So these are gonna fall right off the bone. So that's it, y'all. That is how I make my ribs. Thank you guys for watching, and enjoy.